Yeah, hey guys.
Hey, Aman, thanks for being here, and it's a pleasure having you. Moving forward, to give you a context, most of the folks are in a very early stage and very eager to listen to your journey. And obviously, congratulations on getting into YC, the Venture 22 cohort as well. So I'll hand it over to Satvik to take it forward. You're not audible, Satvik.
Shubham, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Great. Also, if you can give me the host controls, thanks. We'll be muting few of the people here in the meet. Everyone, really sorry for the time delay. Had some technical issues, but anyway, it's our pleasure to invite Aman to us with us. Aman, first of all, welcome from my side as well. Yeah, so moving ahead, people, let me tell you that Aman is the founder of PayCrunch. PayCrunch is India's first startup, which is UPI, which provides you a UPI-based credit line, and which is mostly focused for the college students. So now Aman, along with this other engineering mate, which is Mehekdeep Thakur, if I'm not wrong, Mehdeep Thakur. So he has founded this company PayCrunch and has been following since in 2020. It's been a really good. It's a pleasure to invite Aman with us. Aman is here with us to share his story, his 0 to 1 story about how he built this and how he's going further with the idea. So Aman, welcome again, and we would love to hear it from you, like how you got started with this idea, how you built this in 2020, how you got on board with Mehedeep, and how eventually you started.
Yeah, hey everyone. Yeah, so basically it was, I think, the simple problem was which every college student face during their college, and lack of money, lack of funds till the month end, not able to complete the monthly cycle with the pocket money you're getting from parents, or even if some people are doing some kind of a gig or internships and getting money out of that, and still not able to make it through the month end because of very simple reasons. Till the time we are in schools, we have not been taught about financial literacy, how to manage funds, how to manage our monthly expenditure. Because till the school time, whatever happens is ki if you are out of funds, you'll just go to your mom or dad and to your granddad and ask them to just give you some money, and you'll get it that time. You don't get it like, okay, this is a monthly income and you have to get it through. It's just that whenever your money is over, you can just go and ask. So that was the issue, and we thought, okay, yeah, because even before going to college, I was listening to people ki boss month ke end tak paisa nahi chal raha. And then we thought, okay, yeah, let's create something for it, because there's one thing. I think if you guys know about what is credit score. So for those who don't know, so credit score, it's kind of a measure for you, for RBI, for banks to judge on your financial health on basis of your credit history and your financial transactions and everything. So college student doesn't have credit scores. That's why they are not able to get any kind of credit cards or any kind of loans by themselves from any banks or financial institutions. When they have to like get their parents or someone as a kind of a joint loan or joint, but credit card still you can't get. So we thought we had a solution. We found out, okay, yeah, there's a lot of data which we can have and through which we can analyze the on different data points, and after analyzing we can extend a credit line. And that was also a tricky part, how to extend a credit line towards the users, because now even if you will give them the credit cards, the physical cards, yes, it's a very fancy stuff having a card, but still wherever college students spend their money, 8 out of 10 of these stores doesn't even have POS machines where you swipe your card. So even if you have a credit card, like most of the times, where are you spending? Maybe inside your college canteen or nearby restaurants, which are not very big, but these are places where users frequently visit to college students frequently spend their money on. So we thought, okay, yeah, let's shift to UPI-based credit, and anyways, we had to bring UPI-based credit into the market because we're the first few players in the market who got licensing for UPI-based credit and get this product out. And yeah, so that's how like things starting out. We started with started participating in hackathons, started participating in various conferences, attended various events, pitched over there, and then being part of NASCOM, then Meher got onboarded, but Meher was like kind of working right now. Meher is not with us, but yeah, Meher helped us out during the journey, and then all of this happened after a year or so. We got into Y Combinator dispatch, and yeah, things are going pretty well.
Well, that's really great to hear, and obviously wishing you luck for future as well. So another question which comes to my mind right now is like, how did you get this idea validated? How did you get a genuine validation for this idea to get started eventually?
Go talk to people. Like if you have some idea, if you want validation on it, first of all, either go talk to people or participate in some kind of a hackathon. When you participate in a hackathon, it's kind of a validation from a lot of people, because when even if you win or not doesn't matter, because you are not creating an idea or creating a company to win a hackathon. You are creating a building a idea or building a company to get help users or help for whatever the problem you're solving, that is very big than just a simple hackathon. And so that's what we did, participated in various hackathon, got a lot of people asking, okay, how's it going, okay, I'm loving the idea. Just talk to people. I'm a very outgoing person, I'm a very socializing person, so I talked to more than 2,000 people personally, asking them, okay, what is happening, and how is it going, and if this such product comes out, will you be able to like, will you be using it or not? And then do, even if you don't have that much of big social circle, create a Google survey, create a Google Analytics, go
Right.
out. Just don't, if you have some idea, just don't sit with it. Start implementing it. Worst can happen is you guys will fail, right? And that's okay. That's completely okay. Like failing is not a very big thing. Like right now, we are only covered like what 10% of our journey now. There's a 90% of journey which is left. Doesn't who knows like till when we get through. But the one thing which you know is, okay, we have created a market. We have created something in the market which is gonna get through. Either we'll create a UPI based credit into the market, in the student market, or someone will. But it'll be started by PayCrunch always.
Right. So when you talk about that, you should talk to the people. How exactly, how should those early stage startup founders should exactly go and talk to the customers? I'd say the probable future customers for them to, get their idea validated. One thing you just told us is through the surveys and Google Analytics. Anything else through which they can talk?
So, like you can do it very easily if you are in college. I did it. I was able to implement it because I was that time I was in college, right? And during college, there are a lot of clubs, there are a lot of societies. Make connections, make network out of it. Ask any guy, "Hey, can you give me a 5 minute slot in your club so that I'll be able to talk to your people?" Go
Right.
to a club which is very popular, who has like 100 people, 200 people as a part of their society. Organize an event. In that event, ask for 5 or 2 minutes. Okay, I want to take this survey, and just get your thing out. And yeah, you have to like. There's no particular way of creating a startup. There's no particular way of researching, but you have to jugadify everything. Okay, yeah, this is how it's gonna be, and this is the end result which I want, and then you have to find the path away for it.
Well, that's actually true. Like eventually, just to get those results, you have to find some way or the other that particular jugaad, whichever works best for you. So, what all did you see in the growth of PayCrunch, and how did it help you? Like, did you find anything did you find anything new while during the growth of PayCrunch, and how it went?
So, one thing I think which everyone should do, and which we did also in a later stage, not an initial stage. Initial stage, we were also trying to understand what we are building and how we are approaching these customers and how this product gonna be. But so later on, one thing which we understood is the how important is to understand the user behavior. what these people do in their daily life. If we are targeting college students, what is their daily schedule? When do they wake up in the morning, and when they're going back to bed, what are they doing till then? So understanding that, we got to know, okay, these are the people who are very smart. College students, Gen Z or early millennials, these are the smartest people right now, right? They know like, though they'll be wasting a lot of time when like maybe scrolling Insta or doing all of that stuff, but still, if they want to create something, they will, and they will do it faster than any other generation. So we got to know a lot of other things also, that if you want to create a product for this market, it's going to be a unique product, because if this market loves if you create something particularly for them. For example, like one point which I tell to everyone is, for example, if you have two options to get a credit card from, one is ICICI Bank or other is a company who caters specially to you. Obviously you will prefer that someone who is catering specially to you, because then you'll getting more offers, more things according to you. But in ICICI Bank, even if you're getting an off on Taj or getting an off on Oberoi or very big hotels, it doesn't matter to you, right? Because you are a college student and these are the not places you frequently visit to. So, but you visit to those places which are nearby, close to you. And if you're getting discounts out of that, even if you're getting a 10 rupees Lay's ka packet free, that is a big thing for you than getting a discount in Operate. So getting to know what user behavior, what are these people doing, or what can be benefit for them. That is one thing, like I think every startup or everyone should do when they are creating a company. So that's why a good research in the starting is very important, and don't run behind fundraising.
Yeah, well, research is actually very important. That's a really good point. But like when we talk about a lot of startups which are happening in fintech at the moment, what do you think is the best way to, build an MVP out of your product in fintech?
So in fintech or in anything, just if you have some kind of idea, just start implementing it. Making an MVP is not a difficult task. It should not take more than 2 months to create your MVP.
Right.
And just start gathering your team. Even if you don't have a team, you have to spend a little money, get a freelancers hired, and get the product out, and to understand, okay, this is how the market will work. Or just try to use the alternative things which you can. If there's some product in which the making an application is not important right now, right, just do that. Why do you want to create an application? Just don't. The one thing which everyone will tell to you is, don't fall in love with your product. If you'll fall in love with your product, you'll ruin your company, right? Because then you just want to make it good, want to make it better every time. But if with a minimum thing, you are eventually, just look at the bigger picture. You are creating a business, you're solving a problem. If your users are happy but you are not happy, it doesn't matter, right? You will create, okay, let's put this button over there, let's put this button over there. First of all, before doing everything, you need to get some kind of feedback out of it.
Right.
And then just, like, for example, Zomato, I think Zomato, there was some company who started taking orders from WhatsApp, right? They knew, okay, why Zomato is important, why making an application is important. It's not important right now, so they started taking orders on WhatsApp. Recently I met these guys from Bits Pilani. The company name is Blue Learn.
Yeah.
So right, so Harish is one of the co-founder, and these guys are doing amazing. They don't have application, they have just a website. They have raised $4 million just on the base of their Discord community. There are 55,000 people on the Discord community, and the kind of activeness and the kind of stuff these guys are doing, it's pretty amazing. And very early founders doing amazing stuff. Don't even have an application, still raise money, still doing amazing, trying to find the what can be a product market fit. So that is something you need to look out. Don't go with the fancy stuff. Okay, I have to build this, I have to create an app like Cred, or I have to do that. Do it, but there's a time for everything. Don't just rush into it. You don't.
Absolutely.
There's a huge journey ahead. You don't have to build your whole product in the starting. And second thing is, just don't put more of your features inside your application, inside the first version of application. The first version of application, it need to be only the basic feature which is required for users to have with your product. That's it. Not any much.
Really is. That's actually true. So when we talk about your product, PayCrunch, so what was your MVP? how you got exactly, like what exactly was there in your MVP, so that everyone can have an idea how exactly this works.
So our MVP was, we basically started talking to users. Our MVP was just a video. We made a video, we saw it to users, and we got a good response. People are loving it, people are liking it. And that time, because we knew like if I'll get into the product, it'll gonna take a lot of time, because when you're getting into fintech, there's a lot of rules and regulations. There's a lot of hustle you need to do, in terms of, even if maybe some of you guys will be technical background, some of you will be not, but even if you are from a tech background, maybe you'll be able to get the application built within a week, or not within a week, or even a month or 1.5 months. But then implementing into the market, maybe you need some RBI approval, maybe you need some NPCI approval, maybe you need some kind of a third party approval, which will take a lot of time.
Yeah.
Try to waste time on that, because you don't even know even people going to use your product or not. And before that, if you'll get into that and later you'll know, yeah, this is not a product market fit, or this is not a something which people want, right?
Right.
Then what will you do with it? You have wasted your time, right? So just do stuff, do make your MVP in that way, which can be easier for you, just to get the market attracted, or maybe talk to some of the mentors or someone, so that they'll be able to give you some kind of feedback on your product.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as you know, like after getting an MVP, the next step is usually to get the users on board. So when we talk about users, would like to know like exactly how PayCrunch got its first 100 users. How were you able to acquire your first 100?
So we just did one thing. So I think every startup has a different kind of a marketing trick or customer acquisition, what you can say, customer acquisition strategies, right? So we went to
Right.
college. We started telling people, we know कि okay, yeah, first 100 people are very easier for us, because I was part of college. I was very social in that. I knew various colleges and their clubs and chapters. So we reached out to clubs and chapters, told these people, okay, yeah, this is what kind of product is coming out. Went to Christ, we went to Mount Carmel, we went to St. John's, all of these colleges, and VIT, of course, being my ex-college.
Mm.
And we just spread out a word. You just need to play a little smart, and like instead of reaching out to each and every users, and when users are coming in, make it an invite base to create a FOMO in the market. Don't give it to everyone, because now if you are not giving it to everyone, some people, in every college there are some popular people who are maybe content creators, influencers, who are started creating some content and getting out some money, and they become popular in college. Give the access to these people. If you are targeting college, and give the access to these people. Tell these people to, okay, you'll get this, just use our product and just spread the word about it. So every time, for every product, you need to create a strategy, you need to play a little smart about it, right? And yeah, just respect your users, respect their time, because they are not on your time, you are on their time. They are giving you their time, so you need to respect it, that if someone is come using your application, they should not be like, it should not be waste for their time. There need to be some change in their lifestyle or some change in their behavior once they start using the product, and it should be in the positive side.
Exactly. So what would be your advice to the people who are just getting started and like now just want to acquire customers? And exactly, I'd say that they're not in college right now, but maybe in jobs and everything. So how do you think it's easier? Like, do you think it's easier for them to get started, or do you think it's difficult for them?
Like, I can't define it between easier and difficult, but the one thing which I can say is, just start it out. Even if you're getting just 2 hours a day, I know, like if you're working in a job, it will be difficult for you guys, like because I was in college, it was easier for me, because college friends had a lot of time to waste. And but if you are in job, I'm sure like it's going to be hectic. But if you really want to create something, if you really want, okay, I want people to be using this product, don't create your startup just because your friends are doing it. Don't build your startup because you want to raise funds or become $1 million company or become $1 billion company. If you really think there can be some product out in the market and people will use it and feel good about it, because now you know you're using Dunzo, you're using Zepto, you're using Amazon, and you're feeling good about it. So if you know you can create such kind of product, just start building it. Even if you'll fail, it's completely fine. At least give 1 hour or 2 hours a day and tell, and just for the user feedback, if you don't have time, just ask your job mates, yeah, like what is your how can you, like, will you be able to using this product, or ask, there'll be someone like in everyone's family there's a different kind of age group people are there. So there'll be someone in your family who will be maybe very kid if you're creating products for kid, but in your far family you will find someone very old or in a middle age, so you can ask them, okay, will you be able to use the product. But whenever you're creating the product, just make sure it should be simple. Maybe at the back end it will be difficult, but in the front of the user it should be simple, right? If you are, even if like the simple thing is, if it should be the one thing YC ask is explain your startup in 50 characters, not even 50 words and 50 characters. So your startup explanation or elevator pitch needs to be that if you are explaining it to a granddad, within 30 seconds you'll be able to explain it to them, okay, this is my product is. If you're not able to do that, then you need to refine it. You don't need to stop, you need to refine it.
Right. So like first of all, again congratulations that you recently got funded by Vice Combinator. So anything you would like to advise to the people who are just getting started in this field and want to seek funding from Y Combinator specifically, who have just applied to YC?
I'm sorry.
Like any advice for the people who have just recently applied to YC, how should they proceed to get funded by Y Combinator? Aman, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think there's a power cut at my place and Wi-Fi got off. I just connected.
Yeah, no worries. Like if you want to take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we can continue.
Yeah, so my next question was, what would be your advice to a young founder, let's say, who has just recently applied to Y Combinator?
So just sit and wait for it. Right. Don't worry. Whatever happens, even if you'll get selected, even if you're not, everything's gonna well. Like it's not the end. Eventually, just think like you're not creating a startup for these things. You're creating a startup to solve a problem. And like there's always a next time. The best part of YC is you can apply multiple times. Like when I got into second time, I applied for the first time, I didn't get into. Right. And I got into second time because from first time I got to learn, okay, this is the feedback, and I need to work on these things, and then maybe I'll able to do that. And that's what we did, and we got in. And there are people who applied for 5 times and getting after 6 times. And so don't worry about it. Don't worry just about Y Combinator. Just make sure just keep working on your product. If you will stop working on that, then it's a problem. If you don't get into YC, it's not a problem. Just apply next time. There are multiple accelerators. Like let's start with them. If you want to start out, and there's a startup reso based just for validation. Yeah.
So is there anything particular which YC looks into for a startup to admit them into there?
Yeah, they look for team. Even if you don't have an idea, you don't have a product, doesn't make any difference. The only thing which makes difference is your team, how more you know about your idea, right? So we were pre-revenued. We had like just a very basic product. We don't have a single users when we get into IC, right? And so the only thing matter is like they need to know you are the people. They are not betting on your company. They know like you're very early. They can't bet on it. They're betting on you, right? So just make sure your team has all the people who can build this product. Even if you won't hire, at the worst scenario, you guys will be able to handle that when something happens. So yeah, just make sure you have a good team.
Well, is that the case for outside investors as well?
So outside investors, there's a lot of difference because we haven't raised from any Indian investors. We only raised from US based VC. So there's a lot of difference between which VC also you're raising from. And yeah, so basically you need to do a little research. You'll talk to people, and then you'll get to know, okay,
So I think we have disconnected with Aman for a moment. So I request everyone to be a bit be patient for some time. He'll be, I think, connecting soon as he figures out his internet. Thank you. Also, everyone, after this, like within next 5 minutes, we'll be having an Ask Me Anything session with Aman. In that, we'll be asking you all to ask your questions. So you can drop in your questions in the chat box. We'd only be processing one single question from only one participant would only be able to ask one question. So make sure that the question is a right fit for Aman to answer. And after that, we'll be ending the session. So yeah, you can write your questions in the chat box for that. And yeah, also, yeah, let me just connect with Aman for once and we'll see if he connects back again. Thank you for waiting.
I was on mute. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Aman, we can hear you now. Yeah. So, after why, what has been new? What changes did you see, and what was your exact growth after you got funded by Y Combinator? So, like, how has been those growth metrics for you?
See, other than just funding, Y Combinator adds a lot of value into you, value
Yeah.
into startup. And so like even if yeah, we got 500,000 from YC, but still, even if we haven't gotten it, but the kind of things we got to know during YC, there are Airbnb founders coming teaching you, there are Coinbase founders coming and teaching you, there are people from Facebook team coming, and one of the co-founder of Twitch. So these guys will tell you, like, these guys won't tell you what to do, these guys will tell you where you can fail. These guys will tell you, okay, just here there are 70% chance that you will fail. They'll be straight on your face. They won't sugarcoat anything. They'll straight on tell you, okay, you're doing this wrong. If you won't do it right, this is what it's gonna be. And it's more of your effort. If you won't put in effort in YC, there's no one gonna push you, because it's not a tuition center going on there. It's just that if you are ready to, if you have questions, if you want to create something, go to them, reach out to them, and they'll be majorly helping you out. But otherwise, it's gonna be like, okay, if I see, we're gonna be like just 3 months, and you won't gonna anything else just other than money. And money is fine, but if you don't have right guidance, you're gonna lose all that money soon.
So it's eventually about trying and trying, like even like they'll be helping you with exactly if that particular try would work or not. But it's eventually like you'll have to try yourself, right?
Yeah, just reach out to your partners. And so there are a lot of things when you get into, you will get into a lot of things. There's internal social media, book fees, then there's a lot of things, office hours and everything, which where you can reach out to people, reach out to investors and everyone. There's a huge investor database. So yeah, that's what you get.
Right. So, what do you think about PayCrunch? Like, where is it going at the moment? And what are your plans for PayCrunch for future?
Where is it going at the moment? It's going pretty well. Like, I won't say we have found the product market fit, or we are the one of the successful company. We are on our way to success, and hopefully we'll find it. And the one thing which we are focusing on is how more and more we can help out our users. And because these people are college students, they are smart, and we want to give them product, some tool to even make them even smarter, right? And yeah, I think like within next 1 year, maybe we'll be able to see a good win, or next 6 months will be very crucial for us to, like, in the term of acquisition customers. And a lot of plans are into the market. We are bringing a concept of crypto backs. A lot of things are in funnel right now, and a lot of things will be upcoming from the PayCrunch side.
Well, yeah, that's good. Also, I personally feel that UPI is a much easier way to, handle the payments and process them. So, well, of course, Aman, there are a lot of other questions one would like to ask from you, but we have this Ask Me Anything section at the end of our session in which we take a few questions from the audience we are having right now, and like if you can answer them for I'll be just like simply narrating you those questions, and maybe we can, you know, take those questions for some time. Seems fine.
Yeah, sounds good.
Great. So, one question which Dikshit asks is, what are the major challenges you faced in your journey, and what is your biggest regret regarding PayCrunch? Well, quite a direct question, I'd say.
Okay, so the challenges I faced during the journey, the regulation challenges were there, then hiring challenges were there. I think it's difficult for any early stage startup or even the later stage startup to hire the right people in the team. So yeah, but and second thing was regulations, fighting with them, and talking about regret. We wasted a lot of time in applying, going to each and every event, applying for each and every accelerator. It was not necessary. There were few which were good. We should have researched about it before and shouldn't have wasted much time over there. So yeah, that was the regret. And other they like I don't keep regrets. Like I make sure like things will be well. But if you'll talk about regrets about PayCrunch journey, then yeah, these were the ones where like basically wherever I wasted the time and I got nothing in return. I should have done my proper research, predicted it well, and then I should have get into it.
Well, that's also true. And they also like people would also like to know how exactly you find the right teammate for you. Like how exactly this works. Ki you find a right fit that the so and so person is the right fit for your team.
So I started hiring from my first and second connections from LinkedIn, from my college friends. I used to keep calling them. I during college I was very social, so I know okay these are the guys who are going to be big in the market. There's one of my friend who is right now in Bumble. He's the one who created a logo. So a week ago we got published into TechCrunch multiple times. One time we got published into TechCrunch for our logo, and he was the guy who created it. So talk to people and understand what is their mindset. Don't just hire them just on the basis of technical skills or anything, but are they like build a culture in your company and make sure whoever is coming to the company belongs to that culture. If someone is ruining that culture, even if he or she is a great coder or he or she is a great marketer, it doesn't matter. Maybe they'll be good for any other company, but they're not good for you. So just make sure, talk to people, understand their story, and at least for next first 15-20 people you are hiring. Later on, when you're hiring on a masses 100 people, 200 people, then you can't judge on that. They are psychometric tests people do and all of that. It's all I don't know BS. But then just while hiring first 15-20 people, just make sure you are getting it through your first connection or people you know mutually through some of your friends or some of your colleagues.
Yes, that's also true. So there's this another question. Shreyas Jha says like, "Hi Aman, congratulations for getting into YC. Since you are a micro loan lending startup for college students, and since this age group is comparatively higher in terms of NPAs, how are you actually tackling that kind of market, and what model are you using to assess every student if they are liable to get a credit or not?"
So first of all, I'll counter with this that the NPA for this market is higher. Actually, the NPA for this market is lower.
Or
Uh,
yeah.
there's a less than 2% of NPA for this particular market. But if you go to any other banks or any other financial institution, their NPA is more than 5%, 6%. And there's a reason behind why the NPA of this market is low because our dad maybe like they won't know about credit scores or they won't be able to eager to understand about credit score, but this market they care about where the credit score is going, where they care about how financially good they are or how financially good they're going to be, and they care about social causes and they care about a lot of stuff, and that's why they care about timely repayment if they are being properly incentivized. Right. And second of all, what model do we use? So there's a term called alternative credit scoring. I won't get into data points and everything, but I can just give you one stuff. There's a term called alternative credit scoring. You can just Google about it. There are a lot of companies around it. There are a lot of Indian companies, there are a lot of Sweden, Singapore-based companies around it. You can just read about them, and that's how we do our credit scoring for this particular market.
Okay. So there's this next question. Maybe somewhat a bit technical, I'd say. So Ashutosh asks, what are the required licenses apart from PAPG to get into a lending space?
So you need it depends what kind of product eventually you're getting out. You need a NBFC license, or don't even get your own license, get a NBFC partner with you. Because if you'll get to your own license, it'll take a year. Then you need 3 kind of a top bankers on your board to like get it approved, and which is not an easy task to get it done. And then if you're getting into, if you want to release a card, there's a company called M2P Finance. You can just go to them, or there's a company called Transcorp who want to basically who will help you partner with banks, partner with card partner, and get your card out in the market. So yeah, so it depends on multiple things. Like I cannot generalize it, but yeah, if you're getting particularly into lending, the one thing basic thing you need is to partner with an NBFC and get things done.
Okay. So there's this another question, I'd say, and also he tells you about himself. It's Vineet Patil. He says, "Hey Aman, I have built my startup from scratch to 1.5 crores in total revenue and delivered over 20,000 orders, and now looking to do a fundraise. How would you recommend me to look for an early stage investor?"
So what's his name? If I didn't get the name.
He would also like to connect with you later. So he basically asked that how would you recommend him to look for early stage startups? Till now, he has processed more than 20,000 plus delivered products and 1.5 crores in total revenue.
So that's I'm asking what is his name?
Vineet Patil.
Vineet. So Vineet, just create. If you don't have a pitch deck, just create a pitch deck. If you have it, it's great. There's a lot of list of investors on the Startup India website. Go there, start reaching out to them, and then you just Google about it. There are a lot of angel investors out there in the market. Kunal Shah is there, some Miten Sampath is there, Sandeep Tandon is there. So all of these people are there. Start reaching out to them. They write checks just on WhatsApp chat, and also send your deck to me. I'm also doing some angel investing, so I can have a look if it's something I can relate to and I can invest into, right? And then I can connect if I find like it's the right thing for me, and if I found the product really amazing, so maybe I can help it out. But yeah, in general, just Google about it. There are a lot of VC funds. Apply for Y Combinator. Go for there's a Excel Atoms is there, On Deck is there. Apply for that. There's seed fund by government is there. So just Google around, and one place you can get a bunch of investors, as I told, Startup India website. There are list of, I don't know, 1,000 investors, 500,000 investors. Just please start reaching out to them. Start writing them a mail. If you're writing a cold mail, just make sure it won't be like very cringy for them. Like just make sure make it very crisp. Just tell them the point. This is who I am. This is what I've built. These are number of customers. This is what I want to build in future. That's it. Attach a pitch deck, send it to them, and start connecting people. Start connecting with people on LinkedIn. Search for venture capital. There'll be a lot of lists. See whom you have mutual with. See if someone mutual is your good friend. Tell them to make a connection. So just start up. There's no proper way, but you need to just hover around different platforms and just reach out to people.
Well, thank you so much, Aman, for that particular answer, because I am very sure that this particular answer has answered for a lot of questions. We had a similar questions around this as well. Well, seeing that again, the questions now would be eventually repeating, and I think we have covered the answers to those as well. Just like to know anything, like the final words you'd like to say to the audience, because each and everyone is just getting started with their startups. Some of them are already generating revenue, some are just getting started. So what advice would you like to give to them?
So I'll say just one thing: don't aim to be a unicorn. It will happen by default if you are creating a good product. Aim to serve the market in a best way. Right. Because right now, what the kind of valuation going into the market, they are crazy. So being a unicorn, it's not a difficult task. But serving market with the right product, that is something like which you should focus on. And no startup can die no startup can die just because of funds. If a startup is dying, one of the reason can be funds, but there'll be another reason the execution won't be good, or there are a lot of things which won't be good. And so just make sure whatever the product you're creating, it should be product market fit. Just get feedback from the users, keep talking to people, keep taking their feedback and implement on it. You don't have to implement each and every feedback. Just look at the overall, what is which direction they are trying to put you in, because you don't know. Your team maybe create a good product, but then when users start using, they'll have a very different point of view on that. Just don't get irritated by your users, right? That why they are saying bad things about me. It's a great, at least they're using your product. There are a lot of applications in the market whom people are not even using. So get feedback from the users and create something like this. One of the quote by Y Combinator only, make something which people want. So yeah.
Well, that's great. So thank you so much, Aman. And so I'd also request the audience, if you are having further questions, you can mail those questions to us, and we'll be happy to ask those questions to from Aman later on, and we'll get back to you with those answers. But as of now, we'll have to eventually conclude this event. Again, thank you so much, Aman, for your valuable time. Like I'm very sure that people were able to learn something really important today, and thank you so much for your valuable feedback and your valuable insights which you gave us. It's like it's really important for each and everyone who's just getting started to actually get a mentorship, something just like from you we did. So thank you again. Thank you for joining with us, and we really had a great time. Hope you liked it as well. And yeah, we'll be hoping to connect with you soon in future as well. Thank you so much.
So I'm looking at a lot of messages. Like you can reach me out on LinkedIn, like if you want to connect. And if you get if you get my WhatsApp number to any online portal, just don't text me or call me, because trust me, like I'm more active on mails and LinkedIn rather than being active on WhatsApp. Even with my teammates, I connect on Slack. I don't use WhatsApp. So if you want to connect, we can connect on LinkedIn, or I'll drop in my email ID in the chat, so you can reach me out on my email ID, which will be the better way, and I'll be able to reply. And yeah, all the best. Create something good, and just start if you want to create, because if your people are here listening to me on a Sunday morning, so you must be like crazy about creating something good. So just create, and if you are failing, don't worry about it. Start a new venture. Create something new. Just don't feel sad about it. Obviously you'll feel sad, but don't get into that lane. Just start creating something new.
And yeah, also everyone do check out his website, which is paycrunch.in. So yeah, I'll be sharing that link as well. I am pretty sure it's gonna be something very useful to you in future. So yeah, do check it out.
Okay, see you guys.
Yeah,